I have some very big news. It's big news in my world of anosmia. Now, don't worry, none of you know what I'm talking about. Anosmia is the inability to smell. I'm a congenital anosmic, which means I was born without the ability to smell. So anytime I hear about anosmia in the news, I get kind of excited because it's kind of rare. Well, it was rare until COVID-19. Some of you might realize what a symptom of COVID-19 has in common with the ability to not smell. That's right. One of the diagnostic symptoms of COVID-19 is anosmia. It made the news. You might not have a fever, but if you've lost the ability to smell and taste, they can qualify that, yeah, you have COVID-19. So here's the deal. A lot of people these days have been becoming anosmic, which is cool for my world and the exposure of anosmia, but really not cool for the people who have it. Good news is it probably might, surely at some point, maybe come back. But here's the big news. We just had the biggest person ever come out as anosmic. Prince Charles. I know, like that bloodline needed any more illnesses, issues, quirks, genetic issues. It's not a genetic issue. It's a flu virus issue. He's got anosmia and he lost his sense of taste and smell. And we just found that out in the news today. So talk about the highest profile anosmic ever. Thank you, Prince Charles. I'm here if you need me. Speaking of anosmia, I just found out the most amazing news. If you want to go out into the wilderness and use the national park system, they have this thing called the Access Pass. It's the half price pass. I'm really excited about it. As a Jew, camping isn't that exciting, but tell me I can get half price, I'm all in. But here's the deal. In order to qualify for the Access Pass, you have to have, and I quote, a sensory impairment that impacts your daily life. Anosmia. I'm not blind, I'm not deaf, I'm not paralyzed. I'm anosmic. I can't smell. Boom, half off. Perfect. But I have to get a letter from a physician. Okay, well, as a woman, I don't really have a general practitioner doctor. I have my gynecologist. So I called her up and asked if she could just write me an official letter saying that I'm a congenital anosmic and it is a sensory impairment that impacts my daily life. And she wouldn't write the letter. She said she was uncomfortable talking about my nose. For real. So I had to find an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I called him up and I had to explain to the receptionist what congenital anosmia was because she didn't know. But that's okay. That's okay. Hardly anybody knows. And she went to ask the doctor if he would see me for a diagnosis. He said yes, but he had to order a smell kit because it had to be government official. I said he could just open up any bottle, take off his shoes, take me to the bathroom, doesn't matter, I'll pass the test. But no, he's got to order in an official smell kit for me to be declared as a congenital anosmic. Fine, whatever. But my appointment isn't for another 2 weeks. I want to go camping next week, which means I am probably not going to be able to use my half-off discount access pass until next year. And by then, there could be a lot more anosmics in the world if COVID-19 keeps hitting everyone and keeps infecting and people keep experiencing those anosmic side effects. And then I'm not going to be special anymore. I'm just going to be another anosmic. I'll have to find somewhere else to travel. Well, I guess can't really travel these days. I do have one item on my bucket list. Yes, the B word, bucket list. It's only one item. I've only ever had one item. and I've never had the opportunity to check it off. I want to go to Italy, Florence specifically, and get arrested. No, for real. I want to go to Florence and get arrested. That's my item on my bucket list. Okay, so here are the finer details. I want to go visit my boyfriend, and he lives in Florence. More specifically, he lives in the Palazzo del Vecchio. Now, his dad, he's kind of uptight, doesn't really like people seeing him, but it's on my bucket list. I want to just go and say hi. You might know him. His name is David. He's like 14 feet tall, beautiful white skin, mostly, totally nude. I just want to go and see him and touch him. Just reach up and touch his foot. Come on. But I have a plan. I have a plan for when inevitably the cops will come and be very unhappy with the fact that I have now touched and put my oils and germs on the foot of David. But I have a plan. I took Italian in college, so I have a bit of Italian in my brain, and I have the perfect phrase saved up for this moment. Now, I'm not exactly sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly anymore, but here it goes. As the guards come to me and they're about to tackle me, take me to jail, deport me, I'm going to stand there and declare, "Ai pezzi d'un'idea." Anyone speak Italian? I said, "I have the breasts of a goddess." I figure that's distraction. They're not going to know what to do with that, so they'll stop. They probably will laugh, and then I'll maybe walk free, or maybe they'll let me have another touch of his toe. Get your mind out of the gutter.